what's happening, guys? It's ML here with Jalam in Tech. Today we're about to test drive the Tesla Model X and do some reviews. I'm going to be riding with the agent, so he's going to be telling us more about the car. I'm going to pitch in what I know as well, so you can make a smart decision if you want to buy this car or not. Alright? So this is the Tesla SUV, the first SUV, and also the first 100% electric SUV. So we're about to check it out, see how it does and if it lives up to standard and everything. So this is the car we're about to test drive right here. It's looking good. Tesla Model X, baby. Wow, look at that. Push it in and just pass by it for me. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna get in here. This is my favorite, man, the screen.
There's a whole lot going on here. But think of this as like basically the main control system of the car. It's just like what you'd have with your car, just with the touchscreen instead of knobs and buttons.
Right.
Like because of that, I can open and close the door all from the touchscreen. So like for example, I can close my door, I can close the back right door.
Wow, right from
all from the touchscreen because the doors are all powered. Choosing between wood and carbon fiber, and that's just purely a preference thing. Whatever you like to look up for.
So you don't have to touch anything on here. You don't even have to pull doors. You can just do this and it closes for you.
Yeah, you can also just push the brake and that'll close the door behind you.
Oh wow.
So
that is cool.
It's fairly intuitive. It's stuff that you figure out after spending some time with the vehicle.
Yeah.
You have a conversation. Make sure you're comfortable. Did you want your heated seat on or off?
Low is good.
Okay, it's on the lowest setting.
Does it have climate control seats as well, or is it just heated?
It's just heated. So
Okay.
heated front seats are included standard. Heated rear seats would be a part of the premium upgrades package.
Cool.
But
and then I can adjust the seats from the screen, or that would be the controls.
that's
right
actually that would be the traditional setup, just like you would have in most any other car.
All right, and this is the visor right here.
Yep.
Yeah, which is magnetic.
So it's magnetic. It comes across and clips in
Right.
right there. You can
That
fold
is
it down.
very cool.
And then if you fold it down again, you're gonna have a vanity mirror.
All right. Cool. Check myself out. Make sure I'm looking good for this ride. All right, and if you want to close it, just.
But when you walk up to the car, you're gonna have your key fob with you, obviously.
Yeah.
And your key fob will have your profile linked to it. So when you walk up, it'll adjust the side view mirrors, the seat, the steering wheel, everything. A handful of controls on the touchscreen too. So that way, this is like really one of the 2 times that you're gonna have to do this.
It's basically on, right? There's
Yes.
no turning on or anything.
So you'd walk up to the car. When you open the door, the car wakes up and it's ready to go. All you would normally need to do is put the car in drive. Before we do that, we'll just go through a couple of the quick controls.
Sure.
So you're gonna have the brake, accelerator pedal, and the steering wheel. The drive stalk is to the right hand side of the steering column.
Just like the Mercedes is, yeah.
Indicator stock, same place as any other car, and then autopilot stock underneath the indicator stock.
Gotcha.
So that stock is key. Just very brief overview. If you twist the end of that stock, it'll adjust the following distance for the cruise control.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and do that now. You'll see that number come up on the instrument cluster on the left-hand side.
Right.
So that number is representative of a time-based following distance, anywhere from 1 through 7 seconds.
Gotcha.
Typically 4 seconds is comfortable, not too
Right.
close, but also not too far away.
Right.
Um,
It's like a state requirement, isn't it? Like, that's the phone distance.
Exactly,
4 seconds, yeah.
and that'll adjust based off the speed you're going. The only other thing you need to keep in mind when it comes to the autopilot stock is it moves in 4 different directions: up, down, towards you, and away from you. So just
When
foot on
you
the brake,
go like this, because of the shift.
and the car's in drive.
Alright.
Out of here.
Yeah, and it's telling me that the back seat passenger did not have a seatbelt.
This is so
Yep.
tight. This is so tight.
So it shows me an image right there. So if you have a kid and all that, family car, if you have a kid that's back there without a seatbelt, you'll be like, hey, put your seatbelt on.
Yep.
All right, we're good to go?
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
Okay, and now it's saying the middle seat.
This was I have this on here.
Yeah, you have your hand on it, or if you put any sort of weight on it.
So
it'll
would
do
it
something
not
there.
move without it though?
No, it will.
It will still
Yeah.
move. Okay, all right. So
It-
right Yeah.
You can delete that, or you can clear that notification fairly easily.
Okay.
It's more just letting you know. It's not going to sound a chime or anything like that for the back seats.
Yeah. This windshield though, oh my god,
It's
I love
pretty
this. It is unique. So quiet.
Oh man.
And this is pretty fast, 0 to 60, isn't it?
Yeah, so this
So
particular
good.
car that we're sitting in is the standard Model X. We call it the Model X 75D. 0 to 16, 4.9 seconds, which is plenty
Wow.
quick for an SUV or a
Oh,
crossover.
yeah.
And, they don't expect it.
Right. And this does the ludicrous mode too, right? Or is that the different model?
The Model X does have ludicrous mode if you go with the P100D, which is the Performance battery pack.
Oh my god, this is like, woo! Alright, let me slow down. The speed limit here is 35.
And you're
Very
gonna-
tempting though. Woo!
You're gonna
Smooth ride. Wow. Now the camera is still on constant.
Yeah, so the backup camera is something that you can leave up while you're driving.
Oh, okay.
It's a software thing. Oh, come
Got
on.
some geese up here. Is it actually recording it? Is it getting an accident key? That's a
So
good point.
this is designed for for your own convenience.
Okay.
The car has almost like a black box system where if there was an accident and the cause of the accident can't be determined by the authorities or for whatever reason, we'll pull the logs from the vehicle and find out what happened, as in, you know, accelerating, braking, steering angle, all of that, and it'll help retrace your steps. But it's not something that we routinely pull from, and it's not something that you will have access to.
Right.
It's not something
okay.
that you.
I was gonna say because
really
it's
gonna go
something
back
that maybe the officials will have to request, right?
Right.
From
Tesla.
Tesla Tech. Yeah.
When you're at that cruise speed, remember that autopilot stock?
Yeah.
Pull once towards you on it. There you go. So it's set. We'll maintain that speed until someone pulls out in front of you and starts to slow down.
It will slow down by itself.
Now, we can actually go a step further and we can turn on the auto steer.
Oh my god.
You're going to pull twice towards you consecutively, like a quick 1-2. When you do that,
Yeah.
like that, you're going to hear the chime.
So it stays
So
by
now it's
itself,
on. Yeah, now it's on.
practically. But I have to lay my hands on it for federal reasons,
Yes.
right?
You do have to keep your hands on the wheel. You don't need to turn the wheel.
Right. It does the turning for me.
Right.
Basically, and it sees the cars, like there's a car on my side and it senses that, it sees that car in front of me.
Right. So it
there's
relays all of
another
that
car
information
behind.
to you on the instrument cluster.
Yep.
What's happening is there's a camera mounted up here that picks up on the painted road lanes,
Yeah.
and there's radar mounted in the front bumper that picks up on the cars in front of you.
Wow.
So it's taking all of that information into account when it's doing this assistance.
So, I mean, if it wasn't against the law, I could be like this and it basically does everything for me. Steers
Right.
and all that, right?
Right.
Braking and steering and all that. See, and it's staying in the lane.
Right.
So, with me driving and I'm over the lane, this thing is more accurate. It basically does that for me. Makes
Right,
sure
because the
it's
car is
within the
just
lanes.
it's just looking at whatever it's seeing through the camera. It only knows how to do one thing, and that's just look for the road lanes.
Right.
And so it does a pretty good job of that. This is great for long distance road trips, or even if you're stuck in stop and go traffic, because you can turn on and the car will accelerate and brake for you. It's a pretty cool feature all around.
It's pretty cool, man.
Can it
Like,
actually turn? Like turn
Yeah.
to like streets?
Well, so this
So-
feature right now is primarily designed for the highway, where there's.
but
no
if
real
I
streets
put the
or
turn
turns on.
signal though, it would change lanes, wouldn't it?
It'll switch lanes for you.
Yeah.
We might try that a little further down the road.
Yeah, if I do put the turn signal on, it will switch lanes for me when it's safe to.
Right. So it does a lot of that work, but it won't take like a 90-degree turn at, like, let's say for example at a stop sign or a red light.
Right,
Because it's
okay.
just not designed to do anything like that just yet.
Yeah.
It'll eventually get to
But
that
it's
point.
capable currently. The
Eventually.
system has the capability.
Oh
It's
yeah, it
just
has the capability.
Waiting for the federal.
Now right there, it's just prompting you to hold onto the steering wheel because
Okay.
it doesn't notice any sort of feedback. So you just
Okay.
want to grip the steering wheel,
Okay.
and that message will go away. There you go.
Okay.
Leave your hand on the steering wheel. Wouldn't it just tempt somebody to turn? Like,
It is a little tempting, but you do have to get used to it. It does take a little bit of effort to turn it off. Like, it's rare that someone will accidentally turn it off. Whenever
Now, when
get
you
the chance.
actually turn the steering wheel, doesn't it override it as well?
Yeah, but it's not going to turn off the cruise control. It'll keep the auto steer. It'll turn off the auto steer, but it'll keep the cruise
autopilot.
control on.
Right. Once you press the brake, that overrides everything.
Right. And then
It still sees the car in front of me. It's
Yep.
shown on the dash here. It's showing the camera. The car is pretty cool.
So the radar mounted in the front bumper, the car reads pretty far ahead, a couple hundred feet. And because of that, it can pick up on some pretty big obstacles from far away.
And I like that, Tesla is basically updated just like smartphones pretty much. I mean,
Exactly.
you wake up and then your car has all new features and all that because it's been updated over the air.
Exactly.
That's pretty tight, man. It's crazy.
That's one of the cooler things about owning a Tesla is it's a vehicle that sure changes a lot, but you can stay up to date. You can get software updates that improve on what your car already does.
Right.
Whereas any other car, regardless of how much you pay for it or where you get it from or what kind of car it is, it's going to stay the same thing.
The
It's gonna
same
be
way. I mean, if
exactly.
you want new features, you just have to trade up and buy
Right.
a new car. And with the Teslas, I mean, the first owners and all that, the features they had when they got their car and what it does now is totally different. You know,
Right,
I mean,
right.
They have more improvements and all that, so that's pretty cool. I like that.
Left up here. And like there are hardware limitations, like we do hit them occasionally, but what we've done right now, and Autopilot is like the biggest example, we've equipped the vehicle with
The
a
handles
full
around corners
self-driving,
real good,
yeah,
too.
fairly low center of mass just stay, right? We've equipped the car with 8 cameras mounted on the exterior, but we're currently only using 2, and I'm counting the backup camera
Okay.
in that. Feel free to floor it if you'd like.
Oh, with pleasure. Woo! Man.
And so from here,
And
if
you
you're
can
gonna turn
feel
on,
that torque, man. It's
Oh, yeah.
nice.
It's instant. If you're not going to turn on the autopilot, you can be wherever you want to be. Just keep cruising.
Nah, I think I'm good with this Autopilot right now, man.
All
It's
right.
nice. Oh, wow. And it get up to speed real quick.
Oh yeah. And before you know it, you're doing over the speed limit.
So what are the benefits, besides the free updates, what are the benefits that people get? Like, say if you were leasing it, you know?
Like not having to visit a gas station ever is kind of a big deal. Like you just charge when you're at home at night, and you wake up the next morning with a full charge and you're ready to go.
And you get the charging system alongside with the car if you get it, or is it an extra cost?
So you or the car.
And
will
I was
come
shifting
with,
over lanes and the steering wheel vibrated on me, yeah.
The car comes with a setup called the mobile connector, which is a charging cable that will plug into a variety of different outlets.
Okay.
Now you can charge off a normal 120 volt outlet, but what most people are doing is they're installing a 240 volt outlet, which is very similar to what your washer or dryer would use.
Right, or overseas.
Right.
Right.
And you plug the car directly into that outlet using the mobile connector, and then your
Okay.
car starts charging. It's as simple as that. Now,
Okay.
what you would want to do is install that 240 volt outlet, and that's something you can take care of. Like, we have a number of recommended electricians that can come out and take care of that for you,
Okay.
but the cost is something that you would take yourself.
Right. And what are the state benefits for getting a full electric car? I think you get $7,500 from the federal government or something.
Yeah.
And what is the range on a full charge?
It'll vary depending on the battery pack size that you choose.
Right.
What most people tend to do is they tend to stick with the Model X 75D, which will give you 237 miles on a full charge. We do have larger battery pack options. It really just comes down to your lifestyle, just like you would have different engine sizes in a
Right.
gas
So
engine
how
car.
much? What's the minimum you can get on a standard? That's 230.
Well, it'll vary depending on your driving habits. 237.
I heard the Model X can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Is this correct?
Correct. There's obviously variables that come into play there as well. Like if you choose the larger wheel set,
Yeah.
then your towing capacity is reduced.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of diving into the nitty gritty, but.
Yeah.
For electric motors, it's much easier than with gas engines. Because electric motors make a lot more torque than
Right.
gas engines.
Yeah, and then you get all the torque basically
instantly.
instantly.
It's more so just beefing up the chassis and the rest of the components of the vehicle to be able to
To be
handle
able
what
to
you're towing.
handle the towing, yeah.
And this is, we're coming up to the store, so if you want, feel free to floor it one last time.
Jesus.
Oh man, this never gets old. Woo!
It never
I love
does.
this.
And like, to put it in perspective, this is,
Oh
and this
man,
vehicle isn't
and
slow.
the braking is just responsive as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
and just
Is
yeah,
it slow?
This is the slowest car that we
Oh,
offer.
my God.
Oh yeah, man, it's like this is
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you auto park.
okay.
Drive past this one.
So we're about
Drive
to
a little
auto
closer.
park. Okay,
Keep going.
okay,
Keep going. Keep going.
all right.
All right. Now, if you look to the instrument cluster to the right hand side of that blue car, you see the P.
Yep.
That lets you know auto park is possible. So what happened was basically the car scanned the gap on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Lets us know there's enough room. Keep your foot on the brake.
Wow,
I'll let
okay.
you know when to let go. Go ahead and put the car in reverse. And I'll
Oh,
show you a
about the
diagram of the
auto
parking
park
spot.
right there.
Hit
Yeah.
start.
Start. Okay.
Right there. But don't let go of the brake.
Okay.
Okay, now let go of the brake. The car's gonna back itself in.
Oh,
It'll
boy.
accelerate, brake, steer. You don't
Steering
really need
wheels.
to do
I'm not
anything. You
doing
just monitor.
anything. It's parking for me.
Car takes care of all the hard work.
Isn't this something?
It'll do a 3-point turn, so it's gonna see how far away we are from that car over there.
Right.
It'll stop. It'll pull straight forward and pull straight back. It'll turn the wheel by itself too.
This is amazing.
Technology, baby.
Man.
Woo. It's doing it all. I mean, it's parking
Oh man.
a lot better than a lot of people can do the parking,
They
man.
keep scratching cars.
I know. I know, right?
Mostly, honestly, it's VA drivers.
See, the funny thing is, Virginia drivers say the same thing about Maryland drivers. See, I'm from Virginia, so I think Maryland drivers are worse.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think DC drivers are worse.
Okay, yeah, I think we can both agree on that. DC
Yeah.
is not a good place to drive.
Wow, this is amazing. So, and then you can summon it too. Like you can summon your car,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you can summon it using the
Yeah.
key fob or the cell phone app. So like, I'll show you
yeah,
an
no
example.
kidding, man. This is crazy. Wow.
So you could be somebody's gonna drive to you.
Yeah, on your phone actually.
Oh,
so,
my God.
well, no, I mean it wouldn't be too far out, right? But like from your garage or something, how far
Right.
out can you summon it?
I mean, you can summon it at a max of like 40 feet, but it's really only
Yeah.
designed to go straight forward and straight back.
Straight back, right?
What it's doing is making it easier for you to get into the car, like if someone pulls up next to you and parks really close beside you, or you want to pull the car out of here.
Some idiots who don't know how to park, you can easily do that. with
So
the-
like, watch that car over there. I'll just go in through my cell phone app. I'll hit summon. Hit summon.
Okay.
It'll connect to our car. It'll give me buttons for forward and reverse.
Alright,
So like
I
in this
see
case,
it,
I want
yeah.
the car to go forwards. So I'll just tap forwards. And if you see the car on, the hazards start to flash and it'll start to pull forward until it notices that there's something in front of it. Or until I
it will
tell it to stop.
itself. Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have it pulls too far forward. So
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna stop it right there. You'll see it'll hit the brakes, turn off the lights, unlock itself. This is where we would normally just jump into the car.
All right.
We are good to go. No, I'm
Cool.
gonna summon it backwards too because I don't want it sticking that far out of the parking spot.
Nice.
So it takes a second to connect to the car. Once it does, pretty straightforward.
Oh, that's it right here? That's what's happening?
What's happening?
It's doing the celebration mode. Alright. Celebration mode right here, baby. And you can see the lights flashing as well. And then watch the Falcon wings. It's gonna do the flying thing. You see the trunk? And this right here is stationary, it doesn't move, right?
Right, and I'll open up the trunk. It used to be that the rear trunk was, or the rear spoiler was powered. We don't see that anymore.
But there was a time with the Model X.
Yeah, it was back when the Model X first came out. We
Okay.
decided to switch.
And
away
this
from
is
it 'cause it was-
this is the charger right here, right?
Yeah, that's the mobile connector bundle.
Okay. Now, you all have charging stations just almost as many as McDonald's. Is that a reality or that's just some talk?
I think that's just some talk. I
Okay.
think McDonald's.
There's a lot of McDonald's
Yeah,
around,
there's a lot of
man.
McDonald's. This is the U.S. after all.
Yeah.
But we do have a good number. I mean, we can go
Okay.
pretty much anywhere in the U.S. with the number of supercharging stations that we have right
Okay.
now.
Because a lot of times when people be thinking, how about if I need charge and I'm stranded, I can't find a charging spot.
And the car will actually do all of the hard work for you.
Or
So,
storage is-
like if you're doing a longer distance road trip, you go into the navigation system, and the car will tell you exactly where you need to stop and charge and for how long.
Okay, so you can plan it ahead of time.
Right. And, I mean, it's not even that. You don't really need a plan. Just let the car do the work for you. It'll tell you here's where you need to go, here's where you need to stop, and here's for how long.
And then, so this is the fab. If I want to open the door, do I press here?
Yeah. If you want to open up the rear Falcon Wing door, you double press on whatever side you want the.
Okay, and then once we'll open just the driver's side and the passenger.
The driver's side and the passenger side door are actually, there's a different shortcut for that. This
Okay.
particular car doesn't have that as an option because it is
Okay.
optional.
Okay.
But yeah, like if you have that option, you can walk up to the car; it'll automatically open the driver's side door for you.
Okay. What are other things you can do with the key though, besides opening the Falcon?
You can summon the car, you can lock and lock the car, you can open up the doors.
You can summon it with this?
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty basic key fob. Besides summoning, It's all the same.
So this one in particular does not have those options, so can you summon it with this as well?
You can summon it. It's just a matter of like it has to be turned on. Like there's a specific option that needs to be turned on the touchscreen because
Okay.
the card is not summoned off the key fob by default.
By default, okay. How does that work when you summon it? Because I know on your cell phone you press forward and back. How do you do it with this?
It's kind of the same idea.
Have it,
You would
yeah.
push and hold on the roof of the key fob. The hazard lights will start to flash.
Okay.
And then you can tell the car what direction you want it to move in, whether that be forward or backwards. And then, yeah, you would press the front of the key fob for it to move forwards or the back of the key
Back.
fob for it to move backwards.
Okay, so just front and back like this.
Right.
Okay. All right, cool. Fancy people.
Yeah.